if you've ever had to eat pasta without a fork at a 12-hour Milsim. Guys, like and comment. The comment section is out of control. I will not police you. This week we're going to talk about what I take to a 12-hour Milsim. So the last video you guys watched was one that John did, what to bring to an 8-hour battle sim. This is a Milsim, so this is the next step up. So this is my kit that I would generally take to a 12-hour Milsim. So we'll start with clothes. So this kit is primarily going to be a task force kit, so task force camos. Start off with the U-backs, wearing body armour, makes sense. It's an AOR1 U-backs, pretty simple. Bit with Gucci trousers, these are DPDU Desert Oscam trousers. So I'll stick them on now and we'll keep going. So you've watched John's video, you've seen what he's got in his kit. Here's mine, it's a little bit different, it's a bit more involved because it's a 12-hour Milsim. So this is my plate carrier. There are many like it, but this one is mine. So go with a few bits. First off, tourniquets. Carry 3 tourniquets on me. That's what we use for the medic rules here at Op-Tac. 3 is a bit excessive, some people say, but you know, 2 is 1, 1 is none, etc. I'm going over a few other bits that you probably won't see on your normal day-to-day skirmish or 8-hour Milsim, battle sim rather. Head torch, always carry it around the top. I just know where it is then. If it gets dark, I can use it to read and see what's going on. Pyro, I mean, I'm not going to go too much into pyro, but always carry some of these little ball grenades and some smokes on it. A little top admin pouch, a couple of pencils, a couple of pens, and some Silooms. At the minute, I've got no IR ones in there, but usually I would use IR Silooms with me as well. 2 big pouches on the front, because obviously use a machine gun, carry my box mags in there. Front mount dump pouch is the best invention ever, so get one. Comms wise, I'm just running the PTT. I keep my comms just on a carabiner when I'm not using them, so I don't put them down anywhere. I like to run mine underneath my helmet. I know a lot of people now like the helmet mounted ones, but I can't get on with them. So that's there, and then a radio as well. Use a Baofeng 152. It's perfect for what you need. It's really powerful and you know, it looks the part. So what changed up a little bit is what's in the sort of admin pouches. So in here I've got some extra gloves. Got some mechanics in there. Yes, they're bright yellow, but I mean, they're cool. If you're worried about getting spotted by your gloves, you clearly care too much. Little battery case, just for extra optic batteries and for headsets. Got some AA's in here and some CR123s. Really handy to have. Spare batteries. I know it's, you know, you go out for 12 hours. I use a machine gun. You start rinsing through batteries very quickly. On the back, I keep it fairly slick. You know, I've got some little Blue Force gear styles just for some extra magazines or frags, whatever. And in here, I've got some extra maps. That one's got a Sharpie lanyarded to it, just so that I can always write on some if I need to. Balaclava, I mean, you don't really need it. If it's warm, I wouldn't advise it, but it's in there if you need it. And then I've got a little toolkit in there, which I've put some foam in to stop it rattling around as much. So that's the plate carrier. It's got some Trident gear training plates in it. I like the weights for the realism. I know it's a lot of weight to carry, but at the end of the day, if it ain't raining, you ain't training. And one other thing to mention, which is pretty cool, I've got a little Yeti bottle opener there. So if you get a little bottle of Orange Gina or, you know, a little bottle of glass, a bottle of Coke, you can pop it. Very satisfying. So that's my plate carrier. I'll move on to my helmet and Bergen. That's where things get really interesting. So my lid, as I said earlier, I don't like running comms on my lid, so I took the rails off it. It cuts down a bit of bulk, cuts down a little bit of weight, but also looks pretty cool. Scrimmed it up. Got a Hellstar on top for when we're using night vision. Can go either IR or to visible light. If I've been hit at night, I generally switch it on. It's got a flashing red beacon. Or if we're using night vision, I know there's other people on our team using night vision, I can switch the IR light on. Counterweight pouch, just for when I'm using nods. Takes some of the strain off my neck. And then just a Wilcox mount on the front. Fairly easy, nothing much for me to talk about. So, the Bergen. Looks fairly big, there's a lot of stuff in there. Again, it's 12 hours, you've got to think about a lot of stuff. So I'll go through this. So starting off, hydration is key, especially with the weather we're having at the minute. Carry 6 litres of water on me minimum. Some people say 6 litres is a lot, but I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So in that side rocket pouch, I just keep the water. In the top, I've got a first aid kit. You know, it's not going to It's not a tactical first aid kit, it's more of a boo-boo kit, but if someone cuts themselves or needs something doing or they burn themselves, I'm a first aider, so I always carry that with me. It's also got triangular bandages, stuff like that if you need it. And this side, again, got another toolkit. Pants, socks, and a thermal layer, just in case it's cold. Got a little tarp for a basher. Again, it's 12-hour Milsim, not 24, so I'm not going to be sleeping anywhere. But this comes in really handy if it is raining and you are harboured up somewhere and you want to keep your kit dry. Just a great thing to have on you. Got some spare iPro. These are just revisions. I usually wear heat waves, but again, I'd rather have it, not need it. And then in the bottom, food-wise, I usually carry just a broken down MRE in there. Heating packs with it. Don't need a jet boil then, cuts down on bulk. I generally take all the good stuff out of it, so the food, the snacks, and some of the drinks. Everything else is pretty, you don't need it, you don't want it. And then some sweets in there as well. Right, so moving on, in the front, keep it fairly light, it's only a small pouch. LiPo bag with some extra batteries in it. Generally keep them in the harbour area. And don't know what you want to call it, it's a bit of like a housemaid's kit. It's got some cordage in there for the basher, some tape and some bungees. Just handy to have. Inside the main compartment, now inside of here, it's a bit of a mix. There's some stuff in there that you won't need for like a Milsim in the summer, but to try and broaden everything, I've sort of packed for a bit of everything. So on the top, got my little grab bag, just a Haley day sack. Inside of here, generally just keep stuff like BBs, speed loaders. There's another couple of batteries in there, and pistol speed loader. Got my fanny pack. This will generally be worn 24/7 when I'm out. Just some more maps, some more pens, stuff that I might need when I'm out and about on the ground. Now this is a bit of a wet kit. It's just in this bag for now. It usually wouldn't be like that, but in here I've just got some gaiters, some multicam gaiters. If it's wet, if it's miserable, at least it'll keep your boots nice and dry. Also got in here hand warmer. Again, this time of year you do not need it, but in the cold it is a lifesaver. Little stool, little chair. Sometimes you need to take your weight off your feet. If you don't want to sit on the floor if it's wet, just pack a little stool. It's a little tripod stool. It's meant it saved my life more times than I can imagine. So inside this dry bag, again, this is stuff that you might not need depending on your situation, depending on the weather. But inside there, I've just got a little down jacket. If it's cold, mint to have. If it is a little bit warmer and it's going for 12 hours, once it starts getting dark, you might want some like a soft shell. So I've just got a little Desert Oscam soft shell in there, little Oscam smock. Last thing that's in this bag, again, a bit of a toolkit. I've been cut out far too many times without the right Allen key, so I generally just keep all my tools in there. So that's everything that I sort of keep inside my Bergen. This is not including stuff like sleeping. So if you're going to do like a 24-hour Milsim perhaps, you'd want to have a roll mat, you want to have a sleeping bag, wubby, etc. They're all depending though on where you're going to be stopping. So if you know you're going to be housed up inside a building, bring a cot bed. If you're going to be outside, bring a roll mat. So that's everything that I generally take with me. It's a lot of kit, it's a lot of weight, but again, I'd rather have it. So that about wraps it up for what I carry on a 12-hour Milsim. As you can see, there's a big difference in what John brings on his 8-hour battle sim compared to what I bring to a 12-hour. Most of that is, again, food, tools, extra sustainment, stuff like that. I'd be really happy to see and hear your comments of what you take to a 12-hour Milsim. If there's anything you think I've missed off, or if there's anything you want to know, please drop us a comment. So I'm BT, and we hope to see you down at Op-Tac soon.